So you wanna go to war with me? You're talking like you think you're royalty. You think that I'm afraid, but I don't break. I heard you question my stability. You think I'll fall just like a guillotine, but I am here to stay. Won't look away. The storm is coming, so you better start running. No, you can't control, feel it in my bones. I'm coming for the, coming for the.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Saturday. Welcome back to the Tony Denaro channel. I am your host. I'm here with my friend Curt.
Hello.
And, we're here just to hang out, crack a few cold ones with you guys, tell some jokes, answer your questions about whatever stock-related stuff you want to talk about. Curt, I've known for a long time. He is in the real estate business. So if you have real estate questions, he might be able to help you out with that. Let's see who all we got in the chat here. Nana Ape, what's going on? Blazin, Sufyan, Galen, Mexican Boss, what's up? Mikey, Curt, you want to check your mic and see if they can hear you.
Can y'all hear me?
Tony, Sufyan says, are you hung over anymore? I had a little headache from not drinking enough water last night, Sufyan, but not too bad. Not too bad. No, Doc Zeno, no more peanut butter stout for me. That was.
You drink that?
I had 3 oatmeal stouts.
Yeah.
And then the bonus round was a peanut butter stout.
Sounds terrible.
It was nasty. I finished it only because I didn't want to dishonor the beer. You know, once you open it, you got to drink it.
God, man, I'd have abandoned that.
Leon says, is Curt 100 years old like you?
You know, unfortunately, I haven't quite hit my full century yet. I think I got 3 more years.
I was trying to remember. I know approximately when we met, and I know how we met, but I don't remember what year. It's been at least around 10 years.
At least. Wow. Yeah, maybe so.
10 years and a couple of adventures. Oh, by the way, if anybody is easily offended, I know we had someone last night. We got off on the dating and women-men relationship stuff, guys. If you don't like that talk, you probably don't want to be around for this, because Curt is single and he is a lady killer. Gentlemen, if you have dating questions, Curt and I can take those for you too. In fact, my wife didn't like you when we first met.
Oh, it was terrible.
Curt and I used to we'd go run the clubs, and so Scarlett knew what was up. I mean, I had been hanging out with him, and now she loves you to death.
Absolutely loves me.
He's really a sweetheart, but
we all can't be saints, that's for sure.
They're saying talking to the mic. His mic is low. Turn up that gain button. No, the one to the left of the red light. Just slightly tweak that to the right a little more. Yeah, I had his gain way turned up.
How about now?
I had his gain way turned up, and it's more than my mic, and it's still, I don't know. I mean, they're the same mic. It shouldn't have to do that. But first time trying the secondary mic. So, is there brandy on the cigar tonight? I'm out of cigars at the moment, so. Mexican Boss says, last night's chat was good. Yeah, I took down last night's video just so I can review it, because I'm sure that I offended somebody. It will go back up. I might need to mute a couple seconds here and there. So first thing I did this morning was take it down, and I've been busy all day. Curt and I just got done doing a barbecue. Curt brought over some T-bone steaks, and what was the other one? Bratwurst?
Yeah, bratwurst. That was pretty good.
So between errands today and barbecuing and just kicking back, drinking some beers, it's been a long day. Juicy says he's seen you in a video. Not likely. He doesn't have a YouTube channel that I know of. Yes.
Are you going to get me my other?
Yes. Okay. Yes. Rob says, bottom line, win moon. Exactly. Who's this Curt guy, Forrest? We're going to call him the real estate expert. What do you want to tell us? Tell us about your involvement with real estate. Like what generally do you do? I don't think you're a broker, right? An investor?
Yeah, more of an investor. In fact, you really don't need a license to do real estate investing. I would say the really important thing is patience for sure, because like anything, you're going to suck at it at first, probably really suck, and you suck less. And then one day you're decent at it. And then one day you're good. But it all boils down to education. I can definitely say I've had really good teachers, and some people made, had a lot of setbacks, but if you keep on going, you can succeed. I mean, it's like anything in life.
Lordy says, congrats on pronunciation of bratwurst.
Yes. Ask us in about an hour.
Yeah. Ask us after a couple beers in. By the way, I'm drinking a little more lighter tonight. We picked up some Dos Equis to go with the steaks.
See?
Or to go with the sausage, anyways, to go with the bratwurst.
It's part of the Island Boys. What is that?
G Immortal says, is that why you took the video down? I took it down just to. You gotta turn your ringer off, bro. Yeah. I took it down so I can review and make sure that I didn't offend anybody, because I was pretty tipsy by the end, which is fine. You guys have seen me have a few drinks. I'm not worried about that. But if I crossed a line anywhere, I need to review that. I already got enough haters. I don't need to
add fuel.
Have a slip of the tongue get me in extra trouble. But yeah, that was fun. I enjoyed last night until I got to that damn peanut butter stout.
Gosh, man, just the thought of the name of it, peanut butter. Who does that? Somebody does.
They had a Reese's Pieces. They had a Reese's cup on the label.
Man, sounds like beer hippies made that. For real. Anybody here like peanut butter in their beer or a peanut butter? Oh gosh, just say it. Anyway, anybody here?
I think there were a couple that said they liked. What were the suggestions you guys gave me last night for a better peanut butter stout?
Better.
Do you see the 15th of February as the Black Swan event? Why? Because of Chat GPT? Is that what we're looking at? I want to know, who is watching this fucking saga going on in the news right now? They're shooting down UFOs left and right over Alaska. What is the story? Where's my Canadians at?
Yeah.
What the hell is going on in Canada right now?
A low-key invasion, probably.
What the hell?
I know. I love it. Let's see it.
When are you going to do a podcast or something like Value? Did you tell me about that channel, Valuetainment?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I haven't seen it.
He does some really, if it's the same guy I'm thinking about, he does some really rock solid interviews, and he calls people out in their shit. Like, when they get in the show, he doesn't let them slide.
Oh, sounds like what I've done to some people on my channel before.
Oh, it's quality and it's entertaining. Oh yeah.
On Target says, I don't drink beer or any alcohol, but I love peanut butter.
Exactly, right? That's good by itself.
I was wanting to change my stream latency, but it's not letting me. All right. Chinese spy balloon drops. I'm just wondering, I was telling Curt earlier, what if like the first balloon and the second one were, not to make a bad pun, but what if they were trial balloons? And the third one, they shoot it down over Canada, and that one's got the zombie virus package in it. And it lands in some moose laden hill over in or mountain in Canada. And the scientists and the FBI go pick it up, and then all of a sudden they start turning into zombies.
Or some poor hunter, he gets that prize trophy moose, takes it home, eats it, but little does he know it has the Z or whatever virus in it.
Yeah.
Starts off in a small village, and then we're all screwed.
I'm just saying they're being awfully quiet about they're shooting down shit with jets that are unidentified, or they won't tell us what it is. Like, I'm pretty sure if you're shooting it, you know what it is.
Yeah.
Otherwise, look, if your cousin was flying to Japan and disappeared, well, now you know why. We got Canadians and U.S. fighter jets shooting down unknown objects. Why are they being so secretive with this shit?
Mm-hmm.
Closed airspace over Montana. That's what I'm talking about. This is how it starts, guys. First, Canada and Alaska go dark, and then they close the airspace over Montana. Look, if Idaho and Wyoming go dark,
Good.
I guess we won't have to worry about the MOAS.
What?
The MOAS when the stock squeezes.
MOAS? Like more ass?
Well, I mean, some people call it that. It's a unique name, MOAS.
Sounds like. Anyway.
They hired the Island Boys to shoot down kites. Yuka Frita, you been drinking already? I'm still imagining some guy flying around with like 100 balloons and a lawn chair underneath it.
And a shotgun to help get him down. I think there's a guy who won the Darwin Award for that, right? So he had the lawn chair and then filled up all the balloons. So his bright idea was to use a shotgun. Unfortunately, if you use a shotgun,
he shot all of the balloons.
Well, enough to make things terminal.
What a dumbass! He should have had a dart gun, like
or a pokey stick. Maybe duct tape a kitchen knife to like a closet pole. Yeah, that'll work.
On Target says it's too early to release information. Well, I mean,
well, I don't know
why.
Well, remember the news today? She couldn't quit talking about it. We shot. What did she say? We together.
We had a victory
together. We dealt with the object together or something. I mean, an object. I mean, you know what it is.
We successfully had a victory defending our airspace, and they were worried about the object might shoot back.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, it might. Yeah, it might shoot back.
This unknown object might shoot back. Are we fighting Martians or Chinese spy balloons? What the hell is going on? In case it's UFOs, I want to be streaming tonight until we figure it out. 1796 says they know, they just aren't going to tell us. We'll find out. I'm being kind of tongue in cheek tonight. We'll find out soon enough, but it is kind of weird that they're keeping all this so quiet.
Yeah, I agree with you, 1796 Patriot. I mean, if it was really, really something, I mean, they wouldn't be this forthcoming. I mean, heck, you imagine them really shooting down a UFO? Would they really, really tell us? There's no way in hell. Probably try to, take the pieces and deconstruct it and make something else.
Thank you, Leon. Leon says, I listen to the right. He leans left. Respect everybody's views, and you are definitely non-biased. I do my best. I definitely have, I have my set of values, and but I also respect that half the country doesn't agree with me. So what are you gonna do? We all got to get along. I don't have time in life to be fighting everybody.
No.
On Target says the Canadians are recovering the remains of the object. That's an odd choice of words. Christopher says, first they said Alaska was another balloon. John Kirby said that. Then someone said, no, it's a gray cylindrical. Yeah, we were listening to the news while the grill was heating up, and they were talking about a cylindrical
object.
Did they say cigar shaped, or am I just ad-libbing here now?
No, well, cylindrical was right, but object was the key thing. Remember, everything was object.
Yes.
Object.
Well, yeah, someone check Chat GPT. It was because it could get sucked in a commercial aircraft's engine. You know, okay, cylindrical, that wouldn't be a plane. That would be like the cigar shaped.
Yeah.
Lordy says, I have my set of values and cracks a beer. I don't know if you can tell what my values are down here in the South, y'all.
Yes. Hey, cool. Are we allowed to drink on YouTube? I just thought about that.
Yes, you can drink.
Okay, shit. Okay, good to know.
I got to take my wife something real quick.
Okay.
You can read some comments, sir.
Let's see. Okay. Headstock Harem. AA, I guess AA was trying to find us, I remember, squeeze tendies via balloons. Like tendies? Let's see. And by the way, it's my first time on YouTube. This has been very interesting. I've known Tony quite a while, and I'm really proud of what he's accomplished here. And obviously, yeah, he has a good loyal audience. So I'm curious, where is everybody from? Oh, tendies, money. Okay, great. I'm more of a real estate guy, so I didn't know that was tendies. Is it true that I think the crypto guy is called stock stonks or something like that? What's that one guy call it? Oh, well, Texas, Virginia. Where else we got? Vulcan. Wow, man, you're a long way from home. Or
we have people from typically from all over: Philippines, UK,
really?
UK, South America. Yeah.
Columbus, Ohio. Okay, Georgia.
Forrest is in our part of the town, our part of the country, Fort Worth, Texas.
South Germany, the Black Forest. Huh? Wow, look at you. That's man, that must be early. Sweden, Wisconsin, the cheese state. China. Are you serious? Unless you actually, you must have a VPN. Miami, Wisconsin, Mexico City.
Weren't you just down in Florida?
Yeah, I was in Jacksonville, Florida. Not a lot going on there. Food is good, but not much other than that. Michigan, huh? You guys must be, you must be cold. God help you. Southern California. Beautiful, but I couldn't live there, man. Oh, look, hey, we got somebody from New Zealand too, and Jersey.
A lot of East Coasters.
Yeah, man, and we got some representation.
I was worried that this would be too late for East Coast. I thank y'all for tuning in. Yuka Frita says from China. You're from frickin'. He's in California. Yuka is.
Telling lies, huh? Well, look, another German here, right? The South Germany. One of them was in the Black Forest.
Wakanda.
Wakanda forever. Mom. Oh gosh, you know. I think Marvel had a What If series, and the Black Panther was a white dude. Isn't that crazy?
Say that again.
So if I remember, there's a What If series on from Marvel that Black Panther was a white dude.
What is a What If series? Like an alternate set of comic books?
What if Captain America was I don't know, like a chick, or Captain America was Captain Britain? You know, just like alternate realities. I mean, why not?
Black Panther was white.
Oh, surprise!
America would lose their minds. America would lose their fucking minds.
Who is your?
Well, you know, in the new little mermaid, you know, she's not white with red hair anymore.
All right, it's coming from a black dude. That's a joke. I mean, like they look. Anyway,
you can speak freely, Curt.
Okay, I'll be very honest. If you're going to have a character, usually it doesn't matter, but don't race swap just to race swap. You know what I mean?
I think it's safe to say that the vast majority of my audience is not a big fan of Disney's woke politics. Mostly not a politics discussion, but it is crushing them on earnings. It is crushing them in everything that they're putting out.
Yeah, it's really sad to see. Yeah, I mean, I think woke culture is just complete shit. Absolutely shit. You know, but this is the world we live in for a time being. Oh, here he goes. What if series comic books? By the way, the new Little Mermaid is hot. Might be woke. Hey, you got a point.
She did look cute. I have no problem with it. It doesn't bother me a bit. I'm actually laughing at the people losing their minds. So change the character's skin color. Who fucking cares?
But don't force it, right?
But it is just indicative of Disney like trying to push the boundaries on everything. And some of that's going to be fine. Like the Little Mermaid, I'm sure it'll do fine. Some of that is not working out for them very well.
I would say most isn't working out well for them, right? I mean, I would say the most important thing, when I see from Disney to Marvel, they seem to always ignore what the fans want, what they're used to. They try to basically turn it into something it's not, ignore the fan base, and then shit on them afterwards for fucking it up, which is never good.
Rob says, thoughts on ants trades. Ants trades. Bullish as fuck. That's my thoughts. Bullish as fuck. Sufyan says, Tony, you're the best DD YouTuber in the world. I'm certified number 2, Sufyan. Certified number 2. Let's see. Yuka Frita says, Kurt, is that you, Papa?
It depends where we met.
Depends on where he met your mom, Yuka.
She doesn't know yet. It's like, Yuka, I am your father. Who's your number 1?
Kurt, you look like you could be a UFC fighter. Have you ever done any professional fighting?
Well, it depends on how much the Sekis I've had. Yeah. Well, no, I never.
He is a pretty good lifter. Like I remember that one time we were on the cruise and you picked those 2 Canadian chicks up and put them on your shoulders.
Oh yeah, that was good times.
Good times.
God bless Canada.
Woo! I wish I could do that, Kurt.
One day when you grow up, you'll be just like me, Tony. Oh shit.
Clark says, Julie and I found some gummies in a car that was repossessed. Not sure what they are.
Don't eat them. Did you eat them? Oh, God, no. No, eat them.
Clark, give one to the dog and see what happens. That's what I'd do.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Hopefully.
Lordy says you're dressed like you're going hunting. It's fucking cold in here. I don't know how you're wearing only a t-shirt.
Oh, I've had a lot of wine.
Oh, okay. Kurt looks exactly like Daniel. How do you say that last name?
Where are they at? Okay,
Daniel.
Yeah, that's space.
Mixed martial artist. You do kind of.
Are you serious?
I mean, that guy's a little tubbier than you.
His head is shaped like a fucking bean. What do you mean? I mean, you see the bean? Yeah, it's like like an oblong. More like, what is that?
Have you ever grown a beard? I've never seen you with a beard.
No, I poor genetics. It didn't work out for me.
All
the stubble and shit. Shit. Hey, he looks pretty angry though, huh?
Yeah, I don't know if I've seen him fight.
Yeah, we're looking at the screen over here.
Food Dog says, Clark, you and Julie eat them. Look, Clark, just in case there's anything wrong with those gummies, give half to Julie and half to yourself. If you both, something bad happens, it won't matter. But my recommendation is give it to the dog, Clark. And as long as it's still alive a couple hours later, go have some fun.
I mean, this is not legal advice, but if you love your dog, you also have your neighbor's dog to pretest. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, hypothetically.
DC says, is it true that AMC shareholders cannot sell for 2 weeks after March 14th? That is not true. Is that a rumor that's going around? With the deal that they just cut with Antara, AMC agreed not to do any additional dilution, no new share issuance until April 1st or later. So that's 2 weeks where there will not be any dilution announcement. There's going to be trading. You can sell whenever you want. Everybody's going to be buying and selling just like normal, but you won't see an announcement from AMC that that they're doing dilution before March 31st. Patriot says, Tony, you need a co-host, and I think you've found him. How much are you going to pay him? We haven't talked about. What, you make money doing this?
You really make money doing this? I see a lot of free time.
I'll split the $10 with you. We'll go. I already bought the case of beer. Oh, you paid for the steak, so
yeah.
So.
You might be,
I'm going to give him 18 of our organic backyard eggs too, though.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll settle up somehow.
Right now,
barter
that's
system.
That's like gold.
I know. I bet those eggs are worth more than those T-bones you bought.
I'm thinking though, right? Because the price of wood's up, right? So instead of like gold, maybe like whittle like a little wooden ring and put an egg in top. Man, I could press some chicks right now, right? Man, I could really go up in the world.
Steven, what's up, buddy? Hey, Steven, that was a great conversation hearing about all the inner workings of your job as a market maker today. The audience is like, who's a market maker?
What's a market maker?
Steven, just another ape. He is, guys, he's a market maker in the sports betting world, not in stocks. But that was a fantastic conversation. I learned a lot. I think, if you wouldn't get fired, it might be a good video topic for you to talk about one day. Or maybe if you ever leave that job.
Ooh. I'm light. Legit.
What's with all the AMC YouTube guys not making any more AMC videos? Justin, I mean, people get tired of talking about the same thing for 2 years, I would think. Many of them did a lot of clickbait, and they get tired of being wrong every day for 2 years. And then it's just the amount of trolling and that weighs on some people. And to be honest, not all of these kids that were doing YouTube videos, they have never been through a bear market. And they don't have, I've told you guys for a long time, this is not emotionally easy on anybody. And so if you started trading in early 2021 and that was all you knew, and then all of a sudden you went through now into 14 months of shit, that also weighs on people emotionally. So they stop for any number of reasons, maybe a combination of the ones I talked about. And who knows? I mean, maybe they'll be back. But it's not easy. It's not easy.
So Tony, if you don't mind me asking, so from hearing, so you have like sometimes really long times or long periods of time where things aren't going the way you want with stocks?
In the stock market, I mean, the market's been in a recession more or less since November of 2021. Right after Thanksgiving is when things turned down. Okay. And then the Fed started raising interest rates. You know about that from real estate.
Oh, it's pretty, that's nasty. I mean, it's not good.
So, yeah, I mean, the market has been up and down, but mostly down. Mm-hmm. And companies are laying people off, lower earnings, losses. And until the Fed changes their mind on interest rates, the stock market's going to suck. I mean, how plugged in are you to watching the Fed and interest rates?
So I can, like cities like Austin, right? They had during COVID, I mean, people were paying 30% above asking, right? Now that's when the interest rates were low. So, you amortize something over 30 years, your payment's reasonable, right? But when it bumps up from 2, 3, 5%, your payments become unaffordable. So you could go from paying $1,200 a month, and then interest rates hit 5-6%. You might be looking at almost $2,000, $3,000 a month for the same property. That sucks.
But are you like people that you talk to in the industry? Are you guys talking about rates a lot? Is it impacting the clients that you have coming your way, or the people you're able to do deals with? Is that going down because of rates?
Yeah, because now when you put it this way, it's all about math. When your payments per month are too high, especially if you're an investor, when you're an investor, you want to get the best return on your investment, right? But if you're having to pay out too much, then a good deal in the past, when interest rates increase, now becomes an okay deal till just a bad deal, right?
Yep.
And for the people on the receiving end, like to say who you're going to be, like your normal person who has a house or is looking to get a house, now you may be able to have like a $200,000 house, but now, wow, the payments are so high, it's not worth it. You might as well go rent, which really sucks.
Who do we have in the chat? Clark, I forget. Do you and Julie, are y'all in real estate? I know Jack Wolf is. Anybody else in real estate?
Screaming caps. Oh, somebody's typing that.
Yeah, someone, let's see what Joseph typed up here. I can't see it now. Someone asked, did I sell my ape that I was going to flip? Nope. The ape that I've been buying, Dan, since August, I probably should have in retrospect. Now that we got this announcement, but I did not. And so now we're on the wait again, Dan, to see if it's going to stay in the red for the next 30 days or if we'll get one more bounce. I was hoping to sell them around $4.
It's a good software.
What, this?
Yeah.
The charting? Yeah. It's all right.
It's all right.
How is my knee doing, Dan? It is, I'd say 95% mobility. But
what happened to your knee, man?
A big ass dog knocked me over sideways over a box.
Okay.
Which should not have been a big deal, right? But somehow it twisted my knee. And you know how you have your ACL in the front of the knee and you got the PCL in the back?
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it strained or broke my PCL. Because I can walk, I can sit, I can stand up, but going downstairs or bending down, like to go load up that mini fridge, was just absolute agony.
Golly, over dogs.
Yeah. It was a fucking big ass husky that I was watching for a friend. And he was in a hurry to go outside and he pushed past me and there happened to be a box. I was moving some stuff out of a room. It was right at my knee level. I went sideways over it.
Oh. The
fall was nothing. It was just that twisting motion and being old, I guess.
You're not old yet, man. If you're like 95, it's like, heard I'm old. I'm 95. I'm like, yeah, Tony.
I'm not in my 20s anymore. Petro Fire, what's up? So I'm not going to be doing any squats in the gym anytime soon. Let's just put it that way.
You tried kettlebell. I mean, so it's good.
I'm thinking swimming and some sauna.
Can you swim?
Can I swim in general? Yes.
Okay.
How much pain am I going to be in from kicking? I don't know yet. We'll find out. But when I took Scarlett to Nashville a couple months ago, and we went out dancing one night. I survived that.
He's a good dancer, by the way.
Thank you. I survived that, but I was kind of like my leg was a little swollen the next day.
That sucks.
And this is 5 months after the accident. This happened a long time ago.
Oof.
Probably should go see a doctor. I keep on saying that. Walt says, have you noticed everything went to crap since Tony got rid of the old wooden chair? Kurt, show him the chair you're in.
Oh,
He is in the wooden chair. We brought her out of retirement.
oh yeah, just for me.
Maybe Kurt warming up the old chair. I used to sit in that chair on live stream 8 hours
Oh man, your poor
a
ass.
day. Yes.
Jeez, my left butt cheek fell asleep earlier. I mean, it's crazy. God, you sat in this for hours?
8 hours with no break.
You know. Hopefully, when the stream ends, they don't see me limping off because of my. Anyway,
If we need to stand up, we can do that. We'll just lift the desk up. Let me
it's
know.
too late. Like I said,
Your butt already fell
The
asleep.
other one's not far behind.
Not everybody's got Denaro stamina, Kurt.
Don't fall off. Hey.
Oh yeah, I don't think I told you about the time when our
Oh.
friend Alex was over here
Oh God.
and she and I had a drinking contest. Did you meet Alex?
Sounds like she lost.
She fell out of the chair by the end of the night. It's on video. It's hilarious.
And the internet is forever, apparently.
Yep.
Yeah.
That we should have a drinking contest, Kurt. No,
No. I mean, no.
Kurt would probably beat me.
Not really. I'm a
You
lightweight.
You got more body weight though.
Yeah, but I quit drinking for about year and a half. Man, tolerance goes away. It does. Anybody can relate with that. You don't drink for a long time, and all of a sudden you could drink 3 shots in the past, and then half a shot, you're like, "Oh God, help me!" Right?
I was trying to remember because Kurt and I haven't been out clubbing for a while.
Yeah.
I was trying to remember what your drink of choice was back in the day. I think
Can you remember?
I think it was a rum and coke. Yeah.
Rum and Coke.
Don't let that beer spill on my mixer.
Don't worry. Speaking of rum, is that rum? Okay.
That is rum. You can try it.
Oh,
That's
no.
some añejo. That is some very fragrant stuff.
So what hole?
Añejo.
Oh, añejo. Okay. What is that? Italian?
No, Spanish. Smell it.
Oh, God.
I think it's from Honduras.
Oh, really? Oh. Wow.
No, that is bourbon.
Okay.
That's some pretty good stuff.
Is this here in Texas? No. What is this?
This is
Kentucky.
This was a Texas release only bourbon.
Yeah, looks like okay.
Filtered through mesquite charcoal.
I'm sure that means excellent.
Petro says just drink some more, the knee pain will go away. That does help.
Yeah,
does help. Just drink and go to the gym, Tony.
That could, yeah. Roman.
Oh man, Tony clubbing like seals. Not that kind of. I've never clubbed a seal.
No.
Probably would if I was starving. If that was all I had to, that was all there was to eat, and there was a club available.
You see that one from Patriot, or 1796 Patriot.
He learned to dance when he got on with the Chippendales. Yes. I never told you all my Chippendale stories, did I?
You serious? No.
Yes, I'm serious, Kurt.
Wait, you went or you were a Chippendale?
No, I was a Chippendale.
Come on.
I'm a legend in my own mind, Kurt.
Oof.
I'm a legend in my own mind.
Okay. If you know, were you a poor Chippendale? Okay, anyway, you share tips in there, right? I'm just saying, Tony, I know you. I'm just saying. Oh my gosh, I'm having mental scars right now. This is not right.
Mexican Silverback wants me to ask him. Let's let Kurt do some. Kurt is not a financial advisor.
I know.
I'm going to let Kurt give some advice on Gamble, the stock.
What's the Gamble?
This should be fun. GMBL. I'm going to put the chart up here for you.
Okay.
Let's go to GM.
What's the F?
Sorry, fat fingers.
You been drinking or something?
No. GMBL.
So what is Gamble again?
I just want you to analyze this chart.
Oh, let's.
Hang on. I want you to analyze this chart and give us your opinion if this is a good investment. So we look back to 2021, was it $24?
Yeah.
It's currently trading at 8 cents.
Well,
What's your reaction, Curt?
I would say, buy all you can if you want to join the club of the greater fools. Wow, that is that is horrible. Wait, that's 24 to what? 8 cents? Anybody buying that?
Yeah.
Who?
So if we zoom in now, all right, that we always start seeing where we came from. Now, if we zoom in to like an hour chart,
Oh, man.
here's why people are buying it right now, Curt. You could have bought it just a couple weeks ago for 6 cents, and it ran up to 23 cents. So that's like almost 4x your money in a couple days.
How'd that happen though?
People get on social media and say gamble is going to be the next big thing. And this is, I'm assuming, a very low float stock. No, it's not that low float. What does that say? 200 million free float?
Yeah, 209 million.
I'm sure they had some news or something here. But anyways, these penny stocks are very volatile.
Oh,
so if enough people pile into it, you can move the price very easy.
So from that low of lows to the highest.
This was a couple days.
It's a couple days.
Yes. This was on the 19th. The high was on the 25th.
Shit.
This is why this is the allure of these plays and why many people follow them, including myself. I'll play stuff like this, guys. If I catch it in the very first beginning of the run up, get in. If you're up 100%, 200%, 300%, get the fuck out. And the biggest problem I see over and over with retail is failure to hit the sell button once it starts coming down.
So I'm looking there. So when it got to about midway point, how many days is that? Another couple days?
Where, right here?
Nah, wasn't right about here.
This was 24th, 25th, still 25th. So this run lasted 1 day.
Wow.
Yeah. So this is what I want to, even though it's not fun, nobody likes me saying it. I want you guys to get better at pushing the sell button. And I want you not to buy penny stocks once they've come down. I see a lot of people do that also. They think, well, I'll just grab some here. Surely it'll come back up. Probably not. Very occasionally they do, but the vast majority this will end up below 5 cents. This stock is going to go all the way lower than where it was on January 19th. That would be my prediction.
I got to be honest. I don't understand stocks very much, but because I'm more of a real estate guy. However, just looking at this chart, I agree.
Gus said, how much would I put down on a play like that? On a penny stock, very volatile thing. It depends on a couple factors, Gus. Was there news driving it? Is there short interest in the play? How certain am I that I have some sort of advantage? And how early did I get into it? I might put $1,000 if I caught it on the very first 5-minute candle. If I'm catching it in this run up, I'm going to scale down the amount that I risk. Maybe as it's running up, I would scale down to maybe as low as $300. The higher it is. There was one that I got in late last week that I missed the first 15 minutes. So I scaled back my investment. That's just risk management. What if I was accidentally buying the top? It already had a huge run up the first 15 minutes. Now I got lucky. It went up a lot more that morning and I came out fine. And that's kind of how I view it. Don't put all your portfolio into one play, scale your risk, and and have an exit point in mind.
Oh yeah. So Tony, I got a quick question here. So compared to penny stocks versus just stocks I know, right? As far as when I say stocks I know, like I see AMC, all these other things, right? So there must be good money in this if you do it right? But I also see great risks. And this.
Most of the stocks that are penny stocks, Kurt, are there because they have no earnings or they have horrible earnings. They have over leveraged balance sheets. They have a history of declining earnings. They're all there for a reason. They've gotten to the penny stock status. Most of them, when you see them starting out really high and falling, they fell for a reason. There are some companies that are just startups and maybe they don't have big enough market cap or whatever to become a big board stock. There are stocks that can make it from penny stock status up to the big boards.
So can the reverse be true?
Yeah, these can fall. Some of these companies will fall from the big boards down to the pink sheets.
That sucks for them. Wow. Okay.
But yeah, when we're talking penny stocks, a lot of people don't care about the financials or the fundamentals. They just want this shot to make 200 or 300%. That is the allure, the adrenaline. And you got to tame your own beast, guys. Like it's fine to go after that adrenaline play, but learn when to hit the sell button so that you're not bag holding these, because they are risky.
Yeah.
Spaceman says he got burned with Ader. Yeah, that was another one. Let's look at the chart on that.
Ader.
Ethereum, if we zoom back, this one you could have bought it for, what is that, $1.20, and then it ran up to $48 in this squeeze that lasted a few weeks, and now it's trading back at $1.20.
I got to tell you, so the gambler, right? The previous one, what's it called? Gamble.
Yeah, GMBL.
Yeah, so I'm looking at this chart compared to the other one. I mean, they're damn near identical.
But look at the price move on this: $1.20 to $48. That is just sick.
And then a quick decline.
That was if you bought it at the absolute low. Right before the run up, it was at $7-8. And I'm pretty sure this stock has done a reverse split. I mean, back in the day when this was trading, it ran from like $1 to $8, if I recall correctly.
Wow.
And then it went down below $1 and they had to do a reverse split. Is that right? Ethereum did a reverse split? I can tell on the daily.
Yeah, look at that. Wow.
I don't see on here, but I don't remember Ethereum being $48. No reverse split. Okay. I was incorrect. Mark it down, Kurt.
Wow. Okay, good.
That is crazy. And the float, 72 million shares. So relatively low float.
So what's the float again?
How many shares are actively out there trading?
I got a good question.
All right.
Why do people hate short sellers so much? Remember, I'm not a stock guy.
I know.
There's some serious hate for short sellers.
We're about to give Kurt some good old fashioned learning right now.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. A lot of people hate short sellers, Tony Denaro. Short sellers are borrowing stock from a broker or an institution that holds it.
Okay.
They're borrowing it. They're paying a fee to that lender, and then they're selling it into the market.
So they borrow and then sell.
Yeah. And they create income for themselves when they sell it, but they are also creating negative pressure by selling something they don't even own.
What do you mean? So how do you mean like negative pressure? I don't get it.
Downward pressure. If there's no trading going on in a stock and I borrow 1 million shares and go in the market to sell them, that's 1 million extra shares of selling volume.
Oh.
Selling pressure.
So my understanding, so short sellers can become predatory, especially if they're like hedge funds, I guess. Understanding?
Yes.
So they purposely destroy a company? I don't understand.
They accelerate the demise of companies that already have financial problems.
Oh, okay.
See, now short selling is not going to bankrupt a company. That just affects the price of the stock. Okay. But when you drive the price of the stock down, what you do is you limit the company's ability to raise the funds it needs to stay in business. because they rely on the price of their stock to either do an equity raise or go get a loan.
Okay.
And, bonds, selling bonds or whatever. But the short pressure pushes the price down below $1. You cut off all of their options.
Okay. And so my understanding, what I know, when they short it enough, they make a buttload of money, right? I mean, a ridiculous amount.
They make money the day they sell it. They borrow it, they sell it, they wait until it drops, and they buy it back cheaper. So if you shorted a stock at $100 and it dropped to 20, you would go in the market and buy it at 20 to close out your position. You keep $80.
Oh, crap. Wow. So it's lucrative.
It's lucrative if that stock is going down. I've also seen people lose $400,000 in 2 hours shorting stocks that ran up unexpectedly. Because if you shorted it at 100 and it ran up to 500 or 1,000, your broker is going to call you, your bank is going to call you and say, Curt, you're now in the hole 50x your original investment, and we need you to cover that right now, Curt.
And what happens when you don't cover it? Or no.
You're gonna be their bitch for life.
God. Wow. Okay.
There's no option. I mean, they if you don't give them the money, they will sell your position and send you a fucking bill.
Okay.
And you are their bitch for life.
Wow.
They say Ader is an AI play. I don't know. I don't follow anything about Ethereum other than I have it in my watch list. Every time I've looked at it, it was not something I was interested in owning. But I mean, I'll take a look.
Yeah, let's look.
Not right now.
Okay, definitely
not. Owning the Float says my ex-girlfriend tried to leave with furniture she didn't own. Was she a short seller? I'd call that a grifter.
Oh man.
Kathy, what's going on, Kathy? In the UK? We got a couple of UKers in here.
Oh, really?
Kathy and Dan, yeah.
Gosh, I haven't been to the UK in 3 years since COVID.
How much of a run up do I see with APE before the vote? PD Harris, my thesis on APE is not going to be as popular as some of the space calls and stuff like that. And I went over this a little bit last night on the live stream. By my calculations, now the arbitrage price of APE relative to AMC is in roughly the 50% price range. So the proper pricing of APE to AMC is half. We're at 230 on APE, 490 on AMC. That means it's slightly, there's a slight arbitrage opportunity. But if I'm going to go in and buy APE now, I want to see it much lower than 50% of AMC. I don't know what's going to happen. I think the market will keep it close to this ratio. So I'm not counting on any APE specific run up myself, my due diligence, my understanding of shorts. You guys know I'm not bought into the whole 43 million FTD theory. Those got closed out a long time ago. Short interest is 7%. It's just going to trade relative to AMC. So best case, money comes in, buys one or both, and they both move up. That's what I'm hoping for. And absolute best case scenario, some sort of catalyst gets dropped that makes AMC move up big because of the high short interest and the high cost to borrow before the vote. Can I look at the Mullen chart, Dan? I can, but not much to say about Mullen. Mullen's not going to be making any money till late 2024, Dan. So just play it for momentum. You'll have plenty of chances to buy it cheap in the next year. I said I'd buy Mullen when it hits 25 cents. I'm sticking to that. Where did you visit in the UK, Curt? Have you been to the UK?
Oh yeah, that was my gateway when I was going to Eastern Europe and other places.
Yeah, Kurt is my friend that we're Croatia. You're the Croatia guy, right?
Oh, I love Croatia. Croatia's good. Spain is nice.
What when you were in Croatia, how many different countries were represented by the ladies that were on that trip?
Oh, wow.
Everything in Europe?
Yeah, in fact,
Were there Russians?
a lot of
Were there Swedes?
There were a lot of Swedes.
Were there Germans?
Oh yes, and one that really shocked me. I realized somehow I paid attention, and
Were there Polish?
a lot of Polish.
Why didn't I go on that fucking trip,
And
Kurt?
so you should have. In fact, I met one girl. She was from Liechtenstein, right?
Yeah.
And I actually remember from 8th grade on the map. I think there's Sweden. There's a little tiny principality at the butt end of Switzerland, Liechtenstein. I was like, wow. It was quite, I was like, man.
Did you impress her with your geographical knowledge?
No, not at all. That went south hard. But anyway. But oh yeah, to answer your question, in England, London, and what was that place called? Leamington Spa, something like that. It was very short, and I went back to London.
The one says Mullen hit 18 cents already.
What is man?
What is Mullen?
Yeah,
It's a electrical vehicle company.
Mullen. Never heard of it.
Yeah, it did hit 18 cents on December 7th. Why didn't I buy it that day? The very next time. But yes, I do remember that. And I think because it was in this declining pattern and I was waiting to see where it bottomed out at. Screen share.
Yeah, peaks and valleys.
And then it just ripped back up before I could do anything. This was right here.
Oh yeah, wow.
And then look how big that rip back up was. That was fast. Must have been news that day or something, but yeah, that would have been an excellent buy-in for us. I just consider this a very speculative play. So it's not that I hate Mullen, but it's a long wait to park your money for end of 2024. But if they pull it off, 18 cents, 20 cents, I think that'd be a great entry. And you still even have chances where you could double your money. Look at all these little rips up right here. 18 cents to 39, back down to 20, back up to 47. Nothing wrong with trading that.
Say, Tony, so I'm new to this. Actually, don't know much about it. So how can you really predict this stuff, though? I mean,
you just stare at the chart and Kurt, say this with me.
Okay.
That is bullish as fuck.
That is bullish as fuck.
If you don't believe me,
hold
my nuts.
Hold on. There's a technical difficulty in the mic. I apologize.
No, all kidding aside, these little squiggly lines here are moving averages. So we use those to predict changes. And we have these other technical signals here. So we do a bit of technical analysis. Mm-hmm. It's not exactly, you're looking at past data to make some guesses about future events. Nothing is 100% certain. But also it is best to study companies and get familiar with the ebbs and flows instead of just pick some random one, because you need to be familiar with the news and what's driving these movements also.
Yeah, very interesting.
Good evening, Maggie. What's up?
Hello, Maggie.
Maggie's up in Maine, Kurt. How did I meet Kurt? Steven wants to know. Did we meet? Was it like we met through the dancing community, right?
Yeah.
Kurt is a very good salsa dancer. You're still single, right?
I think so.
single for life, lady killer, salsa dancer. And when I was very first learning salsa dancing, after I got divorced and was looking to add a little bit of moves to my repertoire, so at some point, in our social circle of thousands of salsa and bachata dancers in Austin, I came across him.
What a mutual acquaintance.
Huh? Through a mutual acquaintance?
Can I say?
Was it a male or female?
Male.
Manuel? Yeah. Yeah, one of the dance instructors. So anyways, Curt and my politics are alike. We were both single at the time. We, he's a good wingman. If you guys are ever if you're ever out in Austin and need a dude to go introduce you to a bunch of chicks, this guy is not afraid to talk to anybody.
Well, yeah, pretty much.
You walk in a place, you are everybody's friend, unless they already know about you.
Yeah.
Girl, stay away from him. He'll.
But I gotta be honest, I used to be so shy. It was so terrible, it was so painful that the way I got over it, I think maybe it was something I read on Google. I literally had to start to ask people. I had a watch at the time. Excuse me. Well, I took off my watch. And I said, "Excuse me, what time it is?" That was all I could do. I was that shy, and eventually I took it to a minute conversation, 30 seconds, and before I know it, it like completely obliterated my shyness. But I used to be complete night and day.
Really? I wouldn't know that from knowing you now.
Never know.
Kathy says, "Are you making this up? Do you want to show them some salsa moves?"
No, I'm by myself.
Yeah,
that's not gonna work.
They always ask me to dance too. Like,
no.
If you guys want to see us dance, like, come to Austin and Scarlett and I will take you out. We'll ask Curt to find a date, and or he'll just show up and find a date. Wherever he goes, there's dance partners.
Well, I'll put it this way: if anybody who does dance salsa or country or whatever, if you go to a place where they dance, you got plenty of partners, and so that's how it works. You don't have to. You can go there single or as a couple, whatever. I primarily go there to dance, but if things happen, you date people, whatever. But I go to dance, and you have plenty of opportunity.
It's actually considered rude in the salsa community to say no if someone asks you to dance.
Yeah, I mean, my rule of thumb. I mean, I've been dancing a while. Even if a person or girl's a brand new dancer, and she's not as coordinated or as good as another girl, I still dance. I mean, because I know at one time I used to suck, right? And I was very appreciative when someone danced with me. So I paid forward. And later on, they might be really awesome dancers. And then you were the person who was nice to them. And
You'll always have a special space in their heart, Curt. And you never know how many girlfriends she has that she can introduce you to.
Yeah, that can happen too. I mean, such is life.
All right. Papa Mac says, Tony, if Disney called and offered you a spot on next season of Dancing with the Stars, would you jump at the chance? I'm just not that good, Papa Mac. Not that good. I guess
Country.
I don't even like watching that show. My wife does.
Yeah, it's a little too much.
I guess those people that are on it get a bit of focused one-on-one training, right? But I just don't need to be on live TV that bad.
Yeah.
Doing dancing? No. For me, it's about just going out and having a good time with my wife, or before when I was single, just something to do and meet people and socialize.
Yeah, you'll make good friends.
And it became a global thing. Like, we have friends, both of us, all over the world now.
Yeah.
From that time. Curt still does it.
Yeah. I got friends everywhere. Hey, by the way, whatever that whiskey is, God help me, it's strong.
Bourbon,
yes. Kentucky, right?
Yeah. Go easy on that shit. I'll fuck you up.
I'm good now, man. Kentucky. Yeah, rave parties in the 90s, huh? I've been to a rave or two.
Brian says Kurt and Tony could dance together. Yeah, I that's not my thing, Brian.
No.
I'm gonna get a refill on the beer. Do you want one?
Yes, please. Let's see. Oh, hey, Tony. Yeah. So apparently, from Papa Mac, if I'm reading this right, he said, by the way, I think you get like $30K each week you advance. So that could be good incentive. Yeah, thank you.
Well, now you're starting to speak my language, Papa Mac. 30K.
Wait, hold on. You know, me and Tony might dance for $30K a piece together. No, maybe not.
I mean, have you seen some of those coaches? Those lady coaches on Dancing with the Stars are pretty hot.
Yeah, they're hot. Yeah, it happens.
$30K each week.
That's pretty good. For a week, though?
Angelina says, YM. I just put it in for fun, Angelina. Ralphie May typed in the N, and it reminded me of M.
Oh, I was wondering what that was about. Me after that. Oh.
Kurt, he wants to know, were you in the Air Force?
Nope.
Any military experience, Kurt?
I did kiss a girl from the Air Force once. Where is that?
Does that count?
I don't know. Maybe it's a matter of perspective, that one.
Lordy.
Dance force. Oh, Moas. I just
Was tonight the first night you heard the word Moas in reference to stocks? I mean, I'm sure it's been used in other ways, but
it sounds like something my cousin would say.
That girl got more ass than I've ever seen.
Pretty much. But he'd be very like visual with it. And he'd be correct.
Kurt is a true player. He is. That's why my wife hated him when we first met. But Kurt and I were already.
No, I'm not a player. No. I'm a realist. You see, life teaches you a few things after experience.
I was given that talk the other night, Kurt, and I heard being a realist.
Oh, they get mad at you about
it?
Oh, yeah.
Someone called me a misogynist.
Oh, really? For what?
Because I was saying basically, if you're a single dude with no kids, you should not. There's plenty of women out there, and you should create your own selection criteria of what is really important to you. And I suggested, if you have all the options in the world, look, if you're a single dad with kids, find yourself a single mom with kids. But if you're a single dude right now, young in life, my selection criteria would not include someone with kids.
I can understand why.
And that's just being real. That's not being a dick. I'm just, and that is also very hypocritical for me to say, because I have kids and I was dating.
Well, I mean, gosh, I'm afraid to we get into this. There might be a civil war in this chat. I'm just saying.
There will be civil war in the chat.
Oh,
I'm gonna lose followers tonight.
Yeah.
Kurt has no kids that I know of. Do you have kids?
Well, recently. I was kidding. No, I don't know. No, I don't have any kids. No, I don't have any kids. Almost.
Almost.
Oh, yes.
None on this continent, anyways. Sufyan says, if you want to play chess, join Red Lion Academy. This broadcast brought to you by Sufyan CPA at Red Lion Chess Academy. Thank you, Sufyan. Yeah, go check out Steven's channel, guys. Red Lion Academy, if you're interested in playing some chess. Have I seen those shiny objects in the skies? Gorilla Gardener says, how do you think the market will react? We were watching the news when we were barbecuing tonight about these unknown. Are they showing pictures of them now? Let me put up a news
Wait,
on my other
all
screen.
right, seriously, let's see this because they were so full of it today. I mean, that news. It's all like a stand to even like watch that newscast. It was just or press conference. It was ridiculous.
Unknown.
I think there's a K in there, huh?
Cable's in my way.
Yeah, my bad. Yeah, it was. Okay. Oh, what is that? Hey, you should put Canada in there too, huh? Now we're getting some weird shit. Oh, tonight. Well, Canada. Okay. Trudeau. It is.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
I don't have time to someone drop me a link. Shoot me a DM.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. What do they call it? A list of vital intelligence sighting examples. Whatever that means.
Let me check a major news. Pentagon reveals how the U.S. shot down unidentified object. Just tell us what it is, damn it.
Object.
Dan says school run mums are the best. What is a school run mum?
A what?
This is some UK talk for dating women.
Run
School
mums.
run mum. I know what a mum is. What's
Is
a
that,
school
is that the
run?
same as a minga? Wait,
A what?
oh, that's no, excuse me. Is that ugly? Shoot, I forget my British terms.
Angelina says there's no almost when it comes to pregnancy. Sent you a DM of ape with UFO. All right, let me pull up
Okay, let's see what happens.
Twitter.
Twitter.
This is some freaking
Oh, okay.
this better not be some fucking dance video.
What the hell is that?
Oh Lord.
Who said that?
DevStat.
What are you thinking? What are you thinking?
The UFO. That is pretty good. I like that picture.
Yeah. I really expected something. That did not look cylindrical.
Kathy says it is a mother taking her children to school. Why did they call her a school run mom? You mean she does like carpool? You mean so Dan is saying date them after they drop the kids off at school?
Oh, you dirty bastard. But highly intelligent at the same time, yes?
I like that plan, Dan.
Oh, you know, I need a good British accent. So, love, you don't have your kids today, eh?
But by the way, whatever advice I give to men, I would say to women the same advice. Just flip it around. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're a single woman and you have an open field right now, you're not dating anyone, and you had to set your criteria, would it be easier in life to pick a man that has no kids or a man who has kids?
Well, that's a mixed bag. I think it's a little more complicated than that. Because
But if you had to start drawing criteria, I'm just saying, I'm not trying to be misogynistic. I would say for both sexes, just set your criteria.
I don't know. I mean, I'm just thinking.
A lot of people don't care. A lot of people, maybe you can't have kids. Maybe you don't want to. Maybe you don't want to raise an infant. You want a 5-year-old, a 12-year-old, whatever. I don't know.
No. Adopt.
China got America shook. They're just sending all kinds of unknown objects. I was joking in the beginning of this live stream. The third balloon is going to have the zombie virus in it. So make sure you're stocked up on supplies, guns, ammo. You got about 3 days. The first balloon, it was the trial balloon. Everything was fine. Second balloon is probably nothing. Third one, there's a payload in that thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's a trap. It's a trap.
Did he say single ones are best?
Single what? Single moms are the best.
A proper villain, that one.
Yeah.
Lasers. Oh, some of these are so funny. Oh, wow.
Did I see the satellite emitting green lasers by Hawaii? No. What the fuck is going on?
Okay, send a link to that or something.
We appreciate Kathy and Dan, the cultural language learning. We're learning the UK sayings. School run mom. Next time you're over in Croatia and you meet an English chick, are you single or are you a school run mom?
Oh, okay. You know, just maybe I should ask you this. I'm willing to try this. You know, however, am I going to get kicked or slapped or? Oh, worse. Did you work at the World Trade WTC? Is that what that means?
I'm assuming that's what that means. I don't know why he would ask that. Did we work at the World Trade Center?
Yeah.
That's a big negative. I have been in the World Trade Center before it got blown up.
You're a fast runner, I think.
I was not in it that day. It was years before that.
Oh, wait, hold on. Anything but green lasers? I'm looking. Hit Control F. I think if I type in the word green, I doubt we'll see anything.
No, there's not.
What is that? I don't. Oh, what was that?
An advertisement.
That was nasty. Okay, let's see. Oh, nothing green. Yeah, you really got to send the green laser thing. Oh, okay.
8-ball, is this the zombie apocalypse? My sources say no. Whew.
Oh.
We'll survive. We'll survive to see what happens with AMC short squeeze then.
Just thought about something. You got people from all around the world, right? Can we trade in American stocks? Being a foreigner? I didn't even know that.
Yeah, some of them are trading in foreign exchanges, but some of these stocks are. Kathy and Dan, are you trading your shares in Germany, in the UK, or in an American broker? Most of them are trading with UK brokers.
Ah, okay, got you.
So they're UK brokers trading in our market, as far as I understand.
So there's a conversion of some kind, probably.
There is some difference in that, like they might not get, if there was a vote for the board of directors or something, because they're not an American citizen, they might not get a vote.
Yeah, that makes sense. Oh no! Look at this. Mike says they're green lasers in Alaska. I think I'm supposed to go to Alaska soon. Halibut fishing, apparently. So hopefully not.
Green lasers, Alaska.
Aurora Borealis.
I have seen the Aurora Borealis in Alaska.
Look
It
what
is
came
beautiful.
Wait, hold on.
All right. Let's see what this is.
Chinese satellites. Okay. Oh, it's a video, huh? Okay, this ought to be good. Okay. Well, why don't you skip it, huh? What kind of shit is that? Okay. Let's see what happens. Oh, it's already bullshit. Do you see it? This can't be good.
It's fucking, we got clickbaited.
Oh, no. No.
We got clickbaited, you fucking bastards.
Oh, I knew it. Okay. Yeah. Close it. and silver salmon, I think, in Alaska. Okay, when is it? When was this even like made? What's today? Is today like
February 11th, last month, over Hawaii last month.
yeah. Lucy said Hawaii. Sorry. Yeah. That can't be the picture, though, right?
It could also be some drones with some DJ strobe lights on them.
A rave drone?
Yep, a drone array. Yeah, probably a drone array. I've seen some pretty impressive things that drones can do, and even in Christmas videos.
I mean, you better have like one hell of a pyrosaurus to be able to do that. I mean, that looks really. That looks Photoshop.
Someone asked Tony, have you talked about what Aron said yet? Are we talking about the his little speech at the movie theater the other night in Phoenix? I did talk about it last night. That video will be back up tomorrow.
So Dan talked about the stocks, right?
But yeah, I mean, I've heard people commenting negatively on what he said, and I've heard people commenting positively on what he said. It just depends on what your bias is of what the CEO's job is for the company. Depending on if you think the CEO's job is to deliver a MOAS, you might not like what Aron said. If you think that the CEO's job is to not let the company go bankrupt, then you might like what he said. Food Dog says, I've seen some Areola borealis.
Oh, I love it. Yes. Fishing halibut is awesome, apparently. I'll know soon.
What is SPPI? Is that a stock ticker?
Let's see. SPPI, huh? Is that SPPI?
Yeah. That is a decent run up.
That's a decent run. I guess
31 cents up to $1.13 since December 29th.
That's a steady growth.
I mean, it is for a couple weeks. Now let's zoom out. It was $25. It's $1 right now.
Oh, so this is a penny stock, right?
I mean, it was. It's over $1 now. Some companies, some brokerages call anything under $5 a penny stock. I generally loosely refer to them as anything under $1.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'll add that one to my due diligence. I need to understand what's been going on that's been driving them up. Cancer therapy. All right. Good one to look into. I'll add it to my, where's my favorites? Oh, let me just. All right. Aron tweeted why. So now we have a M and a Y. If the next letter is an N, I'm going to crack up. If he's about to tweet out my nuts. All right, here it is. Yesterday, I tweeted an M by mistake, but many of you thought I was being less candid in the denial, less than candid. And that M must have meant something. Nope, it's just a tweeting error. But today I'm tweeting this, and it does mean something. Why?
Anybody know what that means?
That is the question.
Why don't you guys chime in? Let's see.
Someone said why for yes vote.
Or yes, I'm okay. Let's see it.
Y equals yes, M equals MOAS.
Okay, I know you told me earlier. What's MOAS again?
Mother of all short squeezes.
Oh, okay. Man, that's much easier. Now I won't be all dirty about it.
Is that original art, DevStat?
Or is it AI art? I bet you it's AI art.
If you made that, even if it was through one of those AI things, that's pretty cool.
Kind of looks like it would be.
Why, as in, why would you short AMC?
Yes. Very good.
Why for Yucca Frita?
Yucca frita. Yucca frita.
DevStat says he made him with AI help. That was very nice. Nice job.
Yeah, that's good. I didn't know this stuff existed for a while.
What stuff?
The AI art.
Oh, yeah. Chat GPT is all the talk right now, too.
Yeah. I'm a big Warhammer 40K fan, and they did some really, really good AI art for that.
Mama Knows Bestest. Is she responding to someone or asking me a question?
I think that's one too, right?
Prime Investor says, do the hedge funds have a chance to escape from MMTLP fraud? Oh, man. Yes. That is a good question. I've been lightly following the lawsuit and the chairman of this OTC market. I read his letter. I've read the FINRA's response back, their legal pleading. I think it's going to be a very difficult win. I'm not saying it's impossible, but as I was saying many, many months ago, you had a choice. I was telling people at the $10 and $12 price range that if I was in that play, I would be selling right then. Because if you don't, then you're making a conscious choice to leave 5 to 10x profits on the table and go into a multi-year court battle. And people said, I'll do the court battle. So now you're at the mercy of the courts. If I was in that play, I would have been in it to make money, get my money, move on with life. I already got one fight going on with AMC. I don't need every play that I'm in being a fight, much less fights that are dependent on the court system. That's just me.
Your mama's asking a question. See it?
Your mama? Where is your mama?
All right, there, Angela ATF. See it? Asking a question, Tony. Right.
Oh, okay. Your mama asking a question. Let me scroll up. She said, oh
yeah.
How do I find out what the price will be after the reverse split? You say $3 to $32. Doesn't mean if my cost average is 9, it will be 90. A lot of different questions in that seemingly simple sounding question. Mm-hmm. Cost basis is one thing. To answer your last question, that's your cost basis. If your average cost is 9, yes, it will be 90 after the reverse split.
Looks like there's a second one in there too.
What will the price be after the reverse split? My latest understanding after reviewing a spreadsheet with some folks and thinking about it more, instead of having my generally generic answer that I was using, is the easy way to do it, Mama, is add up the market caps, divide by the float. So add up the market caps of AMC and APE and divide by the float. I think last night, what do we say that was, guys? If they combined today, what did we say it would? Like $28 would be the price. Why is it so low? Because the float of APE is twice that of AMC. You're putting all these things together. So the best case would be obviously for the tickers to trend up before the vote. Whatever number you're getting, Kurt says, multiply by MOAS. What time is it getting to be, Kurt? 9:35.
I'm good in time if you are.
Yeah, we'll go to about 10. So like 25 more minutes.
Oh, there's another curtain here.
Lucy says AMC needs to buy those bankrupt Regal Cinema theaters in California. I was thinking about that. What do you guys think if, Regal and Cineworld are going through the bankruptcy process and they're having some lease negotiation problems with some of the landlords, and the judge is telling the landlords, shit or get off the pot. Like, you guys need to work this out, or I'm going to cancel the leases. And I'm assuming that means that those theaters ceased existing, right? Because he's just going to say this lease is done. They couldn't come up with an agreement. Would you want AMC to buy to go lease those locations, or would you rather them not increase their obligations and just let those locations be turned into something else? Or are you worried that someone else will come lease those and make them competitive? At any rate, that'll give us, whatever happens, that would give us a few months, maybe a quarter, of having a bunch of theaters closed and maybe more people coming over to AMC. I definitely don't like the idea of us just like going in and grabbing every single Regal Cineworld theater. That's we don't need that. We're already overweight as it is. We need to close down theaters in the US anyways. TK Game says, how is 28 better than 5? I don't know if he's asking me or not. Remember, I'm talking the combined APE and AMC. A lot of people sold their APE, and of course, they're not happy that now all this APE is being combined. This is a lot of the people that are pushing the no vote is because they sold their APE. So depending on where you're at in the investment, you might have a different opinion than other people. It might affect you differently. Steve said, if there is an opportunity for a new market where AMC doesn't have one, like in Maine, Steve, maybe we could get one theater in Maine for Maggie off of Regal. You could possibly work out some landlord deals also, yeah. If they're faced with an empty theater and a legit company coming in to lease it, maybe you could work out some sweet terms.
As long as they're making money, though.
Dan says, I like you, Kurt. I've only known you about an hour. and we're about 3,000 miles apart. Can I rent you for a night on the town as a rental wingman?
I'm only here to give.
Next time you're in the UK, be sure and hit Dan up.
Okay, well,
Dan, fly him over there. I'm sure he'll be your wingman for as long as you need over there.
Well, it depends. I'm passing through Croatia during the summer, so that should be good.
What month is the Croatia party this year?
It's supposed to be June. In fact, I normally go to, well, ironically, I would go to Ukraine and then Russia and then to Croatia, but I've had to amend my plans, which sucks. But yeah, June.
All these Russian chicks you dated, have you learned any Russian yet?
Yeah.
I don't mean the bedroom words. I mean like speaking Russian.
Like if a girl's beautiful, you could say, "Я думаю, что ты красивая." I think that you're very beautiful.
Do you ever call her babushka?
Oh, never. Oh, I get murdered. No. Oh, no. That's a good way to end things.
Is Curt a drummer? Do you play any musical instrument?
Oh, no. Only when I drink.
Diatog says Tony AMC needs to monopolize the market so they can demand a better percentage of ticket sales. I mean, I get it. I one side of me says, yeah, just take over everything and then close down the bad locations. But we're already in the middle of a hot mess from trying to do that. Canuck Tide says, I think the problem is where we are now, people have a crap load of shares. If we convert and reverse split, what stops them shorting them from 28 back to 5 or 10? Again, I'll keep on saying this. $5 a share would be 50 cents right now. So I would ask you, what is stopping them from shorting it to 50 cents right now? You can't just put that question out without asking yourself the current situation. Reverse split is just a math fugazi. Nothing changes except the numbers you're looking at on the screen. So I would ask you, what's stopping them from shorting it to 50 cents right now? That's the same as $5 after a reverse split. I'll wait for your answer. What would be the float after the reverse split? 144 million instead of 1.4 billion. It'll probably end up being right around 150 million though, with these new shares that they're selling. Al says, can I ask a simple question? What would you rather have, 100 AMC or 200 APE going into the vote? I have been buying APE, Al, when it got really cheap. The cheaper it got, the more I bought since August. So I have more APE, if that answers your question. The time to buy APE was when it was a arbitrage play. That's the only thing I've been talking about since August is the cheaper APE gets, the more I'm going to be buying. And I will make a lot of money on those APE, those extra APE. Gorilla says, just tweeted you a article about the third object carrying a tethered payload. Oh, shit.
This ought to be good. So what do you think? Is it going to be correct or more BS? Familiar with the situation, huh?
It better not be that fucking zombie virus.
We're doomed. Especially Canada. They can't have any guns, can they?
Oh. I don't know. I don't know. Who's from Canada? Where's Blazing tonight?
Wait, can you guys have guns in Canada? That's a good question. Because, man, here we're armed to the teeth, mostly.
I see this article. Yeah, it says the latest object appeared to be a small metallic balloon with a tethered payload.
This is a balloon again?
Yeah. I'm telling you, the third one is always the trick. Never trust a third balloon. That's what I learned back in the military.
Third balloon?
Never trust the third balloon.
Do you get blown up too?
I don't know. I don't know what you do. Never trust it though.
It was a zombie virus, man. What do you do? Not good. You can have guns, but it's restricted. Almost no point. See him?
Canuck Tide says they tried to short it down, I'm guessing to 50 cents, right? But people started to buy up and load heavily then. Exactly. What do you think is going to happen if they try to short it down to $5 after, or 10 after a reverse split? Exact same thing. The market cap of AMC is going to be so ridiculously cheap that institutions, even if retail is not willing to come in and buy it, institutions will. It will literally be like being able to buy it for 50 cents right now. Stupidly cheap. If it were even to get there, it's not going to stay there long. I just don't see it. I've been wrong before, could be wrong again, but I don't see it. I don't see the stock getting shorted down to 50 cents. We're not in 2020 anymore. We're not in a no movie scenario. We're the number one theater company with growing box office, recovering into 2024. We're expected to be close to 2018, 2019 levels, and potentially just about to do a big equity raise to clean up the balance sheet. So I don't know. We'll have to see. I can only share with you my opinions, my guesses. There's no guarantee I'm right. But it's not the same play it was back in 2020 when they shorted the hell out of it. Mm-hmm. They should be a little bit scared. Papa says, Tony, if someone sells their 8 before March 14th, do they still get to vote? Yes, the data record was February 8th. So you will be able to vote if you were holding on February 8th. Diatog says dilution is net neutral when used to pay off the debt. Yeah, debt increases, market cap increases. The way I kind of expect it to play out, Diatog, is when he does a dilution, I'm not worried about the reverse split. The reverse split, nothing mathematically changes. The only one that's going to panic if a reverse splits happen is retail, who does not understand that. Institutions are smart enough to know that nothing changed, except you swap some numbers on an equation. But retail might panic and start selling. That just creates you're creating a buying opportunity for institutions at that point. But go right ahead. But I do think that when there is eventually a dilution announcement, there will be some negative pressure, quite likely, on the stock price. And then you'll have an uncomfortable period while you wait for those shares to be sold. And then you have the hopefully triumphant moment, if all goes well, where the company did a decent amount of cash raising that they can have a good press release, a good 8K, saying we raised X number of dollars, we loaded up the bank account, we paid off X hundreds of millions or billions of debt at a 49% discount. And then when you see a fundamental improvement of the balance sheet, then the price of the stock can start going back up after that dilution. That's kind of how I see it playing out.
So Tony, I'm a real estate guy. So what is dilution in the world of stocks?
So if the company that you're invested in has 100 million shares of stock out,
okay,
and it's trading for $10, mm-hmm. and they need to raise money to pay off debt or do an acquisition, mm-hmm. they can either sell bonds,
okay,
which is basically long-term debt, or they can sell more shares into the market. So they could say, we're going to create 100 million more shares and sell them into the market. And at $10 a pop, we can raise 100 million times 10, and we got all that money. The company gets that income.
But what's the cost?
The cost is the existing shareholders are having the float doubled, so it's diluting their position.
So it screws them a
Yes.
little bit. Oh, this is common.
Yes.
That sucks.
But typically the ideal dilution scenario is in a company that is performing well and the price of the stock is going up and they're diluting for a good reason because they need the money to do an acquisition or to grow the company. It's like loaning yourself money.
Okay.
And if you're an investor in the company and you believe in the future of that company, you might want to buy some of the new dilution. But statistically speaking, the price tends to go down when a dilution announcement comes out.
It's not good, right?
Statistically, in the short term, it's not good. I did a video a couple weeks ago showing 30 different stocks the size of AMC. No, sorry, that was on reverse split. That wasn't a dilution. I need to do a video before April 1st of companies the size of AMC that have done dilution in the last 5 years. Where are they now? That would be a good video, right? Where are they now? It all depends. I know people laugh. They hate this phrase, but it literally does depend if it was good dilution or not. You can do dilution and waste.
You say good dilution?
If you're, it was a phrase that Warren Buffett used in answering a question. He's like, if I'm asking you to approve new shares, you, the shareholders, because I need them to do an acquisition or to improve shareholder value, invest in my company, then that is good dilution. He's like, but I could also blow your money. That obviously is not good dilution.
Okay.
So it really does depend on what price the company gets for the shares when they sell them and what they do with that money.
Sounds like what they really do with it, right? Because I mean, if it's gonna basically good dilution, if you want to call it good dilution, would be improving the company to making more money.
Canuck Tide says best example is when people go in a Shark Tank, they're trying to dilute their ownership to get money. Yeah, that is, like Mark Cuban says, I'll give you 100,000, but I want 40%. Those people, so many of those people get screwed, but
they do.
But a lot of them, I mean, that is a life-changing opportunity depends on the product and the company.
Yeah, depends how much you win, right? Money for expansion. Okay.
Paul asking, did I cover GTII? I did not, Paul. There's so many other people covering GTII. I'm only in it for a momentum trade. I'm not a big believer in the GTII story. Datog says, at least there will be no dilution before the end of March. Absolutely. Grizzly's asking, how's the real estate market right now? You want to take that one, Curt?
So there's a saying among, investors understand that real estate, what they say, is local. And what that means is, like, for instance, Austin, the market, people think things won't go south here, but it's cyclical. Right now, the market's not the best. I mean, to be honest, we had an early conversation. Interest rates are high. You've got the economy itself. It's really not a good time, but it's not everywhere, because markets where they didn't have a big increase in the value, where it was just very moderate, I mean, they're still good. There's always deals out there, but in general, it's not good right now. I mean, the economy's not good, and I mean, job losses, price of gas. I mean, heck, we're talking about eggs earlier. I mean, it's almost like gold right now. But it's like anything. This just happens no matter what. It could be every 10 years. There's ups and downs, and over time it'll get better. But right now, my opinion, it's not the best time unless you find a good deal.
I've seen this cycle before where we get into these inflationary cycles and raising interest rates, and real estate starts getting, less and less people can qualify because the rates are going up. And then you get layoffs going on in the economy on top of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to, right now, it looks like it's going to tend to affect the higher priced homes the most around the country, especially in areas that were on fire. Like Austin's really slowed down on the high end.
Oh, a lot. In fact, there's one investor I know. He's been doing real estate for 45 years. So now I don't exactly remember the 80s, but he says this. But he was saying this is the 80s all over again, because at one point at the peak for lending in real estate, just imagine this, 18%.
I know.
Good Lord. Could you imagine?
No, I can't imagine, but my first loan, I think it was at 10%.
Jeez.
And then the rates dropped and dropped and dropped. I just kept on refinancing back in the early 90s, coming right off the end of that cycle, the 18% cycle.
Oh, we're trending that way right now. I mean, really, if you guys really look at the just basically every 10 years this happens. In fact, one of the biggest things is, just to know, this is stocks channel, but one of the things we're looking at in real estate is a good sign are the builders, right? When things are going good, they're selling like crazy, but now they're trying to bail out. They're trying to people are buying a new build for $400,000. And so when the market tanks, that same house that someone bought at $400,000, the neighbor has a similar one, then the builder sells it to them for $380,000. So that automatically means your $400,000 house is worth $380,000.
Yep.
And then as things go, south,
it's a death spiral.
Oh, it is. And then at some point, let's say things stabilize. Let's say it goes down to $320,000. You paid $400,000 for your house. That sucks.
Yeah, I think it's going to get worse before it gets better in real estate until we see Chairman Powell start turning rates around.
Well, the sad thing is, from just I think from economic point of view, interest rates need to go up. I mean, that's the only thing that really stabilizes the market. But I think they've artificially kept it where it is now, and the pain is going to be worse when they finally have to do it.
Angelina says she's okay with 380.
380?
380,000 in your example.
Oh yeah. Wait, where's she at? California?
I think this must be a joke. Peter Hahn tweeted, Fox News reports UFOs shot down near Orange County, Los Angeles. Really? Local investors deal with alien while waiting for the military to show up.
Oh, that's BS. Come on.
Bill A says, what if we vote no on March 14th? Can Antara still sell their shares in the following 2 weeks? Yes. Yeah, that's already a signed deal. That's an inked deal.
Oh, North Dakota, huh?
Yeah, Angelina's in North Dakota, I think, and a redhead. Right, Angelina? You said you're a redhead?
Yeah,
is that picture? That looks like red hair.
I can't see what that is.
Whose picture is that, Angelina? Is that yourself or one of your daughters?
So North Dakota, funny. We were looking at buying a mobile home park in North Dakota, but
you were looking at buying a mobile home park?
Yeah, partnering with one of my investors. But the problem was that I guess the mobile home park had a really low occupancy.
Yeah,
because when Biden had killed the pipeline, a lot of the workers were supposed to be. It was 120, pads, which means for you to put it down, right? But because the pipeline got killed, a lot of the workers just
up and left,
and so it went down to 63%, and they're having a hard time. It's in the middle of nowhere because of where the pipeline is. So it wasn't a good investment.
I actually, I've looked at doing a lot of real estate development projects, and developing a mobile home park was one of them. Just to develop it, put the pads down, put the utilities in, and then just collect the rent. I know.
Yeah.
But if you have the right location.
So I'm part of a commercial mastermind group right now because I was in Jacksonville, right?
Yeah.
And one of the big lessons I learned from people who make a lot of money in this, a lot. You want to get a mobile home park to where a lot of that infrastructure is already there, because right now just labor and everything, pouring the.
When I was saying looking at doing this was like 15, 20 years ago.
Oh, okay. My bad.
I'm familiar with what I'm saying is I'm familiar with the mobile home park development shit, because I looked into it. Also, almost did a deal with a guy to build an apartment complex out in Leander.
Wow. Okay, Leander, huh?
Yeah. Way back then, and those are very huge commitments, though. Like you're putting your future on the line if you fuck up.
Oh yeah, I learned that too. In fact, so you can always make mistakes in residential real estate, and let's say that depending where you are, let's say you lose 100,000, 200,000, whatever your investment is. In commercial, typically you raise money, right?
Yep.
Could be your family's money, friends' money, or you do what's called a private placement memorandum, just people's money. If you screw up there, you're losing millions of dollars of other people's money. I
know. That's why I never went forward with those projects.
Yeah.
Maybe I would have gotten there, eventually. But it just seemed like as someone without experience doing that stuff, I was buying duplexes. To jump from that to developing an apartment complex, that was just too big of a leap for me.
And by the way, Angela, you're right. It was cold too, because the guy who was, as far as the mobile home parks, because it had some in South Dakota as well, man, weather really affects stuff too.
Tents are a great place to start.
What?
It's just... Is Cocaine Bear out already?
Cocaine? What? Is he cocaine?
Cocaine Bear.
What is that?
It's a new movie. It's a campy comedy horror movie about a bear that eats a bag of cocaine.
Oh, that can't end well. And no.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell by watching the trailer, it's meant to be silly. This is not a movie you go to for high-end expectations, guys. It's just go smoke a blunt.
Oh my God.
Go, get a extra tall mug of beer from the bar at your AMC and just go enjoy some silly humor. That's all it is. What does it say for the release date? 2/24. I'm going to watch it just because it's so goofball.
Well, you see what the description says? After a 500-pound black bear consumes a significant amount of cocaine and embarks on a drug.
I'll play the trailer for you. I'm not going to show it because they'll block my stream. But...
It's not out yet? I'm gonna find a way to watch this tonight. This is
no, it's coming. It's coming in to the theaters in a couple weeks.
Oh God, we paid some money to make this film.
I mean, you can tell that it's silly.
Oh God. Okay, that's good. Okay, yeah.
Based on actual events, Floyd says.
Oh really?
This is the longest trailer I've seen. I would show it. I would show it, guys, but the last time I showed a trailer,
was that Ray
Liotta? They demonetized
it, right?
Look
at this bit. That's not. Oof. Y'all gotta watch this trailer. Ooh. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure most of them have seen it.
Oh my God.
You're safe. Bears can't climb trees.
Hey, was that guy covered in cocaine too?
Yeah, he was covered in cocaine.
Oh,
Tell me that's not funny. I mean, if you like a stupid laugh, this is going to be a riot.
coked up black bear.
There's a lot of people looking
There
forward to
can be
this
nothing
movie.
good about that. Nothing. Ooh.
It's like going to watch a Will Ferrell movie, you know? It's not for everybody.
No.
Watch
What?
this. Watch this. He's going to jump into the van.
Oh.
Patriot, good night. Thank you. We're about to wrap it up here.
Yeah.
Shib Suck says cocaine bear should push price to $30. That could be the catalyst, guys. I know he's joking, but
Yeah. Yeah, I think we're gonna wrap it up pretty soon, huh?
yeah, I'm just seeing while I was watching that trailer if there are any good questions that I missed here. Thank you all for hanging out with us for a little while tonight. Thank you, Curt, for this is your first ever YouTube live interview / co-hosting.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Thank you for coming on. I appreciate your time. Appreciate your friendship. Lucy and Angelina, thank you for modding tonight. And to all of you with that badge by your name, I appreciate you supporting the channel by taking the time to hit that join button. I enjoy chatting with all of you guys in the Discord, guys. If you do have a badge by your name and you're not taking advantage of the free Discord, it's free if you have a badge next to your name. Please do that, because that, I'm in there literally 18, 20 hours a day to answer your questions when I'm not on camera. And we have a great community of investors. So thank you for the rest of you that are just here hanging out, sharing jokes, poking us with the troll comments, whatever brought you here. I appreciate your time. And I'll reach out to Massalorian and see if he is available for a live stream tomorrow night, our usual Sunday one. And we'll see. I haven't talked to him in a few days, so I will let you guys know in the Discord. And if we get that lined up, I'll put the invite out on YouTube. Thank you all. Have a good night. Love you. Peace. Go enjoy your weekend. Do something fun with your Sunday, and let's get mentally and emotionally recharged and ready to go back into battle next week. Take care, guys.
Good night.